Welcome to Project Graveyard 1.3. I just pushed a small update to TestFlight. It is available now, so go and get it. And there's a few notes about what to test and a few known issues at the bottom just for your reference. But I thought it would be more fun to just kind of sit on the beach with you and show you some of the new features. So I have the graveyard just sitting here. You can kind of scale it up and down. There's the smallest size. I like it about this slightly larger than normal size, particularly when I'm on the ground. If I'm, working at my desk or something, I might, shrink it down and put it next to my desk or on my desk as just kind of a fun toy. Um, but right now, I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger so we can see what we're working with. We can open the editor. So the editor is like a scene inspector for everything you see here. When you don't have anything selected, you will see a little button to add a project. You can just do that here, give it a name and some tabs. It'll create a new stone and just plop it right in the middle for you. If you look at something and select, you will see a new preview over here. So it will show you a much larger version of the stone. I have some ideas with that, maybe dragging those out as independent volumes that you can kind of leave around your room as you see fit, but I don't have that working yet. So from here you can edit, same fields that we saw during the ad screen. You can edit the name and the epitaphs, and over time I'm going to add some more text options here, like different fonts, font sizes, text formatting, things like that. For right now it's just the text, and you can delete an item from here if you need to. The main thing that I have been working on is the customization screen. So before I dive into that, I did finally fix the selection indicator. At the first version of the app, there was no selection indicator, and then the last version I shipped a couple weeks ago just had like a sphere just sitting on top of the gravestone, and it just wasn't very good. So you can select and deselect just by looking and tapping. It'll populate what's over here. So if we look at different stones, you can see, Is It Vision Pro Day, Random Arrow, VR Hermits podcast. It's just kind of based on whatever we have selected. So let's pick on Random Arrow. That was my first iOS app and video game attempt in 2016. And let's look at the customization. So by default, all of these gray gravestones you see right now, those are using the default material that I've shipped with back in February. It is Apple's, I think it's called just like default cement or cement material or smooth cement, something like that. And then I just picked a different color gray for it, and that's what I've had so far. So I left that material in here, I left that color selected, and then I added a few new colors for you to try. When I was picking out colors, I wanted to find something that would look good across all of these materials. So I deliberately constrained this. I could just throw a color picker in there and call it a day, but when I was doing that and testing it, it was just really easy to make very ugly gravestones. So I wanted to have something a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. So smaller colors, I'll probably grow this list over time, but we can pick up any of these colors, and you can see there's a preview over here to the side, so you don't have to constantly look back at the gravestone. As you pick different materials, you can see it update in real time. It's also updating here in real time, so it's happening in both places. And if we go back, that preview is also updated. So if you want to get a kind of a larger view as you're editing this or making changes, just pop back real quick and take a look. Oh, I don't like that. Let me go and say I want to set it to shiny and maybe give it a green. Okay, yeah, that's much better. Let's stick with that. Let's go to the next one. Retrospective Timelines is an app that was very dear to me. It didn't really have any success, but I'm going to give it the Lux material. So real quick, materials, we've got Unloved, which is that kind of flat concrete. We have Thrifty, which is kind of a flat granite, a little bit grainy, slightly nicer than concrete, but still kind of cheap. And then we have Shiny, which is, okay, now we actually care about this project. We actually invested a little bit in a gravestone for it. And then we have Lux, which is my favorite, which is a marble, which I think looks pretty good. That's definitely my favorite, especially when you play with the lighter colors with Lux, just giving it a bit of a tint. I think can end up looking really, really good. And let's see, what else is there to tell you? I think that's it for now. Mainly, I just go download the TestFlight, add some projects to your graveyard, customize them, play with the materials, and let me know what you think. And then, yeah, I have a lot more coming. Thanks for watching.